Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Seth Holtz from Hello He Lied, coming to you with a pedal review for once. What I'm going to be looking at today is something in by MXR. This is the Prime Distortion, one of their newest pedals. Now, a brief history with this pedal. This came out early last year. Early this year, early 2013. And it was for guitarists, in my eyes anyway, it was immediately met with a lot of praise in the fact that it could get real heavy tones, like big 80s rock sound, yet you could roll the distortion back, maybe do something with the tone, and all of a sudden you got a nice overdrive. Or also the fact that even when you had that really big sound, you could roll the volume off your guitar and get a nice clean sound. And so for a while, especially with the pricing that this pedal was at, this pedal seemed like it was going to be the new big thing from MXR. But then sadly, shortly after, this pedal very quickly took a backseat to the Super Badass Distortion, which is essentially the same thing. Maybe a little something different with the distortion or the gain circuit, I don't know. But the biggest difference between the Prime Distortion and the Super Badass is the fact that Prime Distortion only has one tone knob, whereas the Super Badass Distortion has the 3-band EQ. So that's bass, middle, and treble. And with just that alone, that already makes the pedal superior to the Prime Distortion. But enough of my rambling. Let's take a look inside. So, you open up the box and everything. I also forgot to mention one thing that really brought me onto this pedal was the fact that it was such a quality sounding pedal, and it was priced so low. I was looking into this like early when this pedal came out. I was looking into it with my singer, who I thought, this pedal could be really nice for him. He doesn't go for a whole lot of gain. If anything, we run the same amps, and we both use a PV Valve King, and on his distortion channel, if anything, his gain is at 4. He doesn't use a whole lot of gain. So I thought this pedal would be nice for him. So we looked online on Guitar Center, and this pedal, I kid you not, it's priced at $50 in the US. $50. And for a distortion pedal, that's amazing. So that was the biggest thing that really drove me onto this pedal. So, you look in the box, you get a little thing from MXR. There it is. Talks a little bit about the Prime Distortion. Gives you some sound. Gives you some sound samples here on the bottom. I'll read the description of the pedal. It says, a big 80s arena rock sound, like I said. A raw, punchy sustain. And you can dial up classic ripping tones in seconds. This one, I believe, has, obviously it's MXR, so analog circuitry and true bypass. So what that means is, with the analog circuitry, I don't know. It's just, from what I've heard, from what I know, and from the knowledge I've gained, analog circuitry is just better than anything else. Digital, anything like that. Analog circuitry is the way to go. So anyway, but with true bypass, it means when you have the pedal on, it has the sound, the sound's right there. You turn it off, your tone isn't touched at all by the circuitry of the pedal. And as guitar players, that's a huge thing, because we spend so much time trying to find our sound. And by throwing in a pedal that would all of a sudden screw that up, we get mad. We get really mad. We get really frustrated. So anyway, true bypass, very cool thing. A standard for MXR. You also get a little catalog of like Dunlop's strings. They talk about their electric strings, all the different kinds of gauges they come in. All the ones for different instruments, such as ukulele, classical guitar, acoustic guitar, banjo, mandolin, And then it also gets into the signature series ones, so like ones for Zach Wilde, Gary King, Let Me Kill Mr. Robert Trujillo, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I flunked Spanish, I wouldn't know. Then you also get a little thing that's new from, like, what's new from Dunlop, as far as like pedals and all that stuff, but also it's what we've had for so long. So it's a lot of the Dunlop stuff, like it starts with their Crybabies and it goes to the Signature Series Crybabies and it goes into the MXR stuff, and also the Signature Series MXR stuff. So the Zach Wilde stuff, the Eddie Van Halen stuff, and the Jimi Hendrix stuff. This includes a lot of the stuff they showed at NAMM 2013. So it has the Volume X, the pedalboard friendly, the mini fuzz faces, all that stuff. It doesn't show anything from way huge electronics though. That's the only thing. Why, I don't know. And then at last you get a warranty thing. Then no one buys a box for all that stuff. People buy the box for what's inside. And in last, we come to the pedal. And for the record, I'm just kind of recreating what it would be like to get this pedal. I've had this pedal for a long time, so there it is. There is the MXR Prime Distortion. And I see I kind of failed in putting it back to factory setting. But whatever. So, enough of my rambling. Let's get on with the review, shall we? Alright. So